Westridge Water District is a small domestic neighborhood water supply district of 32 connections in West Fir, Oregon. Samantha Carter has been the volunteer that keeps the equipment operating smoothly and safely since 2008. But her connection to this small neighborhood goes back even further.
I started 4th grade here. I lived around the corner as a young girl. So I've been on this street for a long time. I went into the service in 1984, and I did 4 years in there, and then I brought my family back here in 1994, and this is where I've lived ever since.
The person who monitored the water supply equipment prior to Samantha was retiring and wanted to travel more. So he approached Samantha about taking over the volunteer duties.
Steve Swetland was the person right before me, and he's known me ever since I was young. And here on this district, it's hard to find volunteers because it's such a small district. And so he knew I had a little experience through the Navy, and so he got me going and he retired.
This water system was installed in the 60s, and a lot of the equipment is still original. So, maintaining the pump house can be challenging. Using her past military experience, however, Samantha is up to the challenge.
If it will stay running, it's great. The first weeks, sometimes I would have something go wrong and I'd have to call Steve because I'd panic, or, just learning the system. You can't go to school and learn the system. It's older, so learning the system, you just learn by trial and error.
There always seems to be a new challenge around the corner for Samantha to meet.
My biggest issues usually is during the winter when things start freezing. You can lose power up to 2 to 3 days at a time, and I've got to make sure they still got water. And then when I lose power, everything starts backing, and I don't have emergency power down there yet. That's something that we're trying to work on and get it installed. But people know, be prepared for the winter. That's all I can do is to keep it unfroze. One year we froze actually at the wellhead and everything. And so we actually, Steve was still helping me out during then, and we went in there with a propane heater and torched up the place so it got warmer, and then it started working again.
Samantha is rarely gone from the neighborhood for more than a few days because of her dedication and willingness to keep up with the testing and making monthly trips to Eugene to the Water Analytic Lab Group.
It's become a habit now. At first I had to take that sample for the 0.2 every day, and now that it's been going and everything and my tests have been coming up good, I can do it twice a week, so that makes it easier. And then the analytic lab, when the yearly tests come up, they absolutely will tell you what to take, what to sample, and if you're late, they'll tell you that you're late. So getting a lot easier.
Many of the residents in the neighborhood are probably unaware that there is a volunteer like Samantha Carter making sure their drinking water is safe.
In a rural area, you have to have your volunteers. If you don't, systems don't run. And so for me to volunteer and do this, it's not a big system. Yes, I run a full ranch and everything, so I'm not always at home or able to come down and be with whatever's going on, but I try. So volunteering, it's just something I do. There's other areas in town that I volunteer at and stuff, so I'm just a person that says people need to volunteer for this world.